Belal Muhammad and Sean Brady in the welterweight division. 29, almost 30 years old. Pretty similar height and pretty similar reach, just a 1.5 inch difference. Really not going to be too big of a factor there. Age might play a little bit in terms of maybe like the speed, the power, and the movements and things like that for Sean Brady. But other than that, it's pretty even. I mean, you can see it right here: 53% going Brady, 48% going Muhammad right there. Now, Muhammad has gone out there with a lot of wins in a row. I mean, he's beaten Damian Maia, beat Stephen Boy Thompson, and he beat Vicente Luque. But the things with those fights, Damian Maia only really had jiu-jitsu, and Belal had the striking advantage, so he was able to win that fight. Thompson only had the striking advantage, he was able to out-wrestle him, was able to win that fight. Luque only had the striking advantage, was able to out-wrestle him and win that fight. Not the case here. Those were kind of like, set up type of matches where Belal could easily win those fights because they had an advantage over Belal, but his advantage in wrestling was so much bigger over Stephen Wonderboy Thompson and Vicente Luque that he was able to just go out there, take the fight down, and win. Not the case here. He's not going to be able to take down Sean Brady. Neither will the case be that Sean Brady will be able to take down Belal Muhammad. So this will be a 3-round striking fest. I mean, Sean Brady, Belal Muhammad, it's going to come down to who is the better striker. And I've been going over some film from Belal Muhammad's recent fights, some Sean Brady highlights and things like that. And I've been looking at what both guys do good at in the striking, because usually, I mean, you see a Belal Muhammad, Sean Brady fight, you're not seeing too much striking. You're seeing a lot of hugging and ground and pound and submission attempts and things like that. But from what I was able to gather from the striking of both Belal Muhammad and Sean Brady, they both like to fight on the back foot. That is first off, which is going to be interesting because who's going to fight on the back foot in this fight? I don't know. They both like to use their jab very, very well. Height and reach is even, so the jab could kind of be like a nullifying where they're both landing jabs at the same time. Power-wise, of course, that's going to go Sean Brady. Kicking-wise, Belal and Sean do have both good body kicks and good leg kicks, so it's pretty even in that department. But again, there is more of a snap and more of a power effect to this kicks in terms of Sean Brady, as well as the spinning body kicks of Sean Brady, which is another advantage he will have. So jabs, kicking game is pretty even, but a slight edge to Sean Brady in both because he's going to have the power there. Movements, will go Belal Muhammad slightly. I mean, it could be the other way around. It just depends on the given day in that department. But again, movement going to be pretty even. Jabs are going to be pretty even. Power is going to go Brady, and that's literally the only thing really separating this fight, because grappling nullified, jabs, kicking game kind of nullified, power going Brady. So it's either Brady landing those harder shots in the feet, pressuring forward, getting Belal's back into the cage, having him move to the left side, circle to the left, and Brady's going to kind of shovel in a little bit and look for that left hook, which he does do in many and many of his fights. Or we're going to see Belal use that, move to the left as Brady's looking for that left hook, maybe mix in some wrestling and things like that. But again, I kind of already told you that wrestling and grappling going to be a little bit nullified. But again, it's weird because Belal's game plan here is to kind of stick and move, leg kick, get out of there, leg kick, get out of there, jab, get out of there, over and over and over again. And Brady's game plan is to defend the jabs, defend the leg kicks very, very well. High guard, stay away from the big shots of Belal Muhammad. Big shots, I mean, I'm joking, obviously. But the shots of Belal Muhammad, stay away from the leg kicks of Belal, and slowly find your range and be able to close that distance, land that left hook, land the shots to the body, the right hooks, the uppercuts, and things like that, with Belal's back to the cage. And I think that's what's going to happen here. I mean, it would not be a surprising thing to see some wrestling and grappling mixed in here. I would believe if there were some wrestling and grappling, it would be from, remember the name Belal Muhammad, because he knows there is a little bit of a cardio thing for Sean Brady, as we saw in the Michael Chiesa fight. I know there was some underlying issues with that fight. I mean, some sort of like short notice, whatever the case may be, short training camp. I don't know, whatever the issue was, for the reason his cardio wasn't really doing too good in the fight, showed a little bit of a weakness, and I believe Belal will try to mix in some wrestling to kind of rain down on the gas thing of Brady, but I don't think it's going to play too much of a factor here. I think we'll just see 3 rounds of striking, 1 round goes Belal, 2 rounds goes Sean Brady. Close fight. I mean, it's really Who are the judges? Is it going to be Sal D'Amato, Chris Lee? Is it going to be someone else? What do they value? Power? What do they value? Volume, leg kicks, body kicks, jabs? What do they value? I think they'll value the power shots of Sean, because I think the volume will be even. Power goes Brady by unanimous decision. But put your prediction down below. The first fight scheduled for UFC Abu Dhabi, 281 right there, Sean Brady and Belal Muhammad. Put your prediction down below and like and subscribe. We'll see you in the next one.